What's good, you guys? Today's episode, we're going to cover leather and types of leather if you're a beginner, if you're intermediate, or if you're advanced. Now, if you're a beginner, you don't want to spend the money and break the bank. You definitely don't want to go into spending a lot of money on leather like this, although it looks really good and it looks enticing, and we all want to create that perfect project. This is leather I would use for someone that's a little bit more experienced or, intermediate to advanced if you have a line of leather goods and you're doing some hand stitching or really awesome machine stitch wallets, then this is the leather for you right here. And we're going to go back into this in a minute. But first I want to talk about a leather that you want to get as a beginner, as someone that needs to explore, needs that time, needs that experience, and you want to use something real, something tangible. You want to feel what it's going to be like when you start getting way better at your craft. And I'm going to suggest Tandy leather has great lines of natural veg tan leather. You can buy leather in any thickness from there. You can get it in a 4-ounce. You can get it in a 5-ounce, 3-ounce. Just go on their website and check it out. I wouldn't go with anything too expensive, especially if you're starting out. And it's not, it's not the prettiest leather, although you can oil it and give it a little life. But this is if you're experimenting with a new machine you've just gotten, or if you're hand stitching, especially if you're hand stitching, you want to practice that, and you want to practice that and nail it. It's a horrible feeling when you start hand stitching leather on really nice leather and you mess up, although it does happen, and it happens to the best of us. This is a great start. So please do yourself a favor. I'm going to put a link down below on some of the places that I recommend getting leather. And this is a great start right here. As a matter of fact, I started hand stitching on this kind of stuff. Back to Walpure. Now, this is a Walpure leather from Italy. I got this on a site called Buy Leather Online. It's an Italian company. They're based out of Italy, and they're really great. What's really awesome about them is that they will work with you. You can request to have your hide split. Meaning you can have it split down to a certain thickness. If you don't want it, it comes in a 7-ounce, I believe. You can have it split down to 3. I split this hide down to 3. You can even split it down for a lining fabric if you want. A lining leather. So this particular hide, I use it for wallets, and I do use a liner for it. And so it's a 1-ounce and a 3-ounce sandwiched together. And I'll show you an example in a minute. But you can often find these types of leathers on Belts Leather, A Leather Store is another one, and Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain I don't think has cowhide in museum, but they do have shell cordovan. Here is my red museum bifold. I made a bifold, a little bit of a modern twist on a classic. This is a bifold. It's more of a minimal. And this is a 3-ounce that I lined with a dark maroon Minerva leather that's been split down to 1-ounce. So I double-sided it. I lined the shell, and I lined the inside of it. So when you open that up, you have a nice leather finish on the inside instead of that rawhide. So this is it, museum leather, beautiful leather, really nice to look at. It's beautiful. Vegetable tan leather will last you a lifetime. It is gorgeous. And here we have a Pueblo. This one I also got from Buy Leather Online. I use them a lot because their shipping rates are very reasonable. Their prices are very reasonable. And I don't really get hit with a lot of tax and duties, although sometimes you do have to pay it, and it really sucks. But it's not too bad. The money you're saving there is really nice. And again, I had this split down to a 4-ounce. This is a Pueblo. It's really nice and porous. It absorbs a lot of oil. And after a while, it will develop a sheen. Here's another type of leather that I use. This I use for belts and harnesses. This I use for straps and stuff like that. This is called a latigo. A latigo is a cross between a chrome tan and a vegetable tan leather. This is beautiful leather. I get this from the Hide House, another great source of leather here in California. The staff is wonderful. If you call or email, ask for Andre, he's the best. Anyway, moving on. So this is the kind of leather I use for more utility purposes. I'm going to show you an example of a belt that I have that I made with latigo, and just wanted to compare the two things here. Of course, I'm using a Pueblo, which is not very oily or doesn't have that sheen. It's more of a porous. But there is a difference between a vegetable tan, a full vegetable tan, and a latigo leather that's a chrome tan and vegetable tan. You can also get a full chrome tan. Now, all these leathers have different applications, of course. You can use them for a variety of things. I just choose to use some of the Italian leathers in vegetable tan for wallets. Here's a great example. Now, over here we have the wallet, over here, belt. Wallet is with the vegetable tan. This is the brown I showed you earlier with the light brown lining. And of course, really lightweight, 3-ounce wallet lined. Over here, we have a pretty hefty belt. This is a 10-ounce latigo belt. Sturdy, will last you a lifetime. Great quality. I have no problem using the latigo. I think latigo is a beautiful leather. It's got that shine. Anyway, you guys, thanks for watching the channel. I really appreciate it. Please hit the like and subscribe button. If you have any questions for me, please go ahead and leave any questions you have. I will answer anything you've got, and I will try to go live sometime, and then maybe we can talk some shop. But these are some really great choices in leather. I'm going to leave the link down below. Like I said, just take your time, develop, get better, and I'll see you guys next time.